Dear brothers and sisters, today we delve into and listen to the 12 startling prophecies of Padre Pio that have been circulating on the web recently. These are prophecies that deeply shake each one of us and seem to foretell events that have occurred and are about to happen. We have numerous writings of the saint, including countless letters Padre Pio loved to write both to his superiors and to the faithful. Hence, it's not surprising that more material may have been penned by this holy friar. Renzo Becerra, in his book The Great Prophets, has compiled these unpublished prophecies of the saint from Pietrelcina. Like the prophecies of Fatima or Medjugorje, they speak to all humanity, predicting dire events that could soon occur. These prophecies are said to be revelations that Christ himself made to the holy friar, warnings meant to prepare the faithful for an imminent end of the world. In these years of great tribulation, these prophecies seem to truly read the present and foresee a future from which we may find it hard to escape. Let's now listen to these prophecies, but at the end of the video, we'll try to grasp the deeper meaning of these writings. Hence, we invite you to please watch the video until the end, as it's important to understand the profound truth in these words without being overwhelmed by fear or dread. Here are the prophecies.
The world is heading towards ruin. Men have left the right path to venture into paths that lead to the desert of violence. If they do not return immediately to drink from the fountain of humility, charity, and love, catastrophe will ensue. Terrible things will come. I can no longer intercede for men. Divine mercy is about to end. Man was created to love life, and he ended up destroying life. When the world was entrusted to man, it was a garden. Man has turned it into a thicket full of poisons. Nothing now serves to purify man's house. A profound work is needed which can only come from heaven. Prepare to live 3 days in total darkness. These 3 days are very near, and in these days you will be as dead, without eating or drinking. Then light will return, but many men will no longer see it. 5. Many people will run away in dismay, but they will run without a destination. They will say, "Salvation lies in the east," and people will run eastward, but will fall into a chasm. They will say, "Salvation lies in the west," and people will run westward, but will fall into a furnace. The earth will tremble and panic will be great. The earth is sick. The earthquake will be like a serpent. You will feel it crawling from all sides, and many stones will fall, and many men will perish. You are like ants, for there will come a time when men will take out their eyes for a crumb of bread. Stores will be looted, warehouses stormed and destroyed. Poor is he who in those dark days finds himself without a candle, without a jug of water, and without the necessities for 3 months. A land will disappear, a great land. A country will be erased forever from geographic maps, and with it will be dragged into the mud its history, wealth, and men. Man's love for man has become an empty word. How can you expect Jesus to love you if you don't even know how to love those who eat at your own table? Men of science will not be spared from the wrath of God, but men of heart will. I am desperate. I no longer know what to do for humanity to repent. If it continues on this path, the tremendous wrath of God will unleash like a terrifying lightning bolt. A meteor will fall to earth and everything will shake. It will be a disaster, much worse than a war. Many things will be erased, and this will be one of the signs. Men will live a tragic experience. Many will be swept away by the river. Many will be incinerated by fire. Many will be buried by poisons. but I will remain close to the pure of heart.
Dear brothers and sisters, these 12 prophecies or warnings seem to echo many passages of the Holy Scriptures, especially those from the book of Revelation. In the modern world, wherever we look, we find scenes of moral desolation and destruction. Peace is overshadowed by an insatiable thirst for power and wealth, and the meaning of the word love has been hollowed out and abused. If an apocalypse is to occur, perhaps it is already underway. It won't be natural disasters or wars that mark the end of humanity, but humanity itself causing its own downfall, first morally and then literally. It's important to remember that there is no confirmation that these prophecies were actually written by Padre Pio. The Friars of San Giovanni Rotondo have never confirmed the authenticity of these writings. Therefore, we cannot confirm that what you've heard are indeed revelations that Jesus made to Padre Pio. However, we can interpret them as a warning against the moral and spiritual degeneration of our times. It is extremely important not to forget that the most important lessons from Padre Pio are not found in his visions, but in his constant teachings: prayer, charity, and love for our neighbor. These are the tools to welcome Christ and transform our approach to life, revising our hierarchy of values, giving priority to the needs of the soul over those of the body, in the hope of being among the saved in the final judgment. For this reason, when you come across these prophecies, do not forget the true teaching of Padre Pio. Let us know in the comments if you were aware of these prophecies and what you think about them. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos and become part of our community of faith and prayer. May God bless us all.